Every new fresh wipe, you spawn on the beach, pick up a rock and run towards the unknown. Gather forbidden crops, break stones and craft your first weapon. You've been around the block a few times and know how to survive, but you're not building an ordinary base today. You're in luck for clicking on this video, because today I'm showing you how to build 5 bases for the perfect wipe start. Some of them have secret loot rooms, some have unique bunkers, and some even have a starter shooting floor you can use until you get tired of it.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Each of today's bases can be built in stages and has the ability to add extra walls to the TC, which will come in handy if you decide to stick around in my starter bases for a while. We'll start with the smallest base and work our way up to the larger ones. No worries about getting stuck during construction. I've carefully optimized each step to ensure a smooth and hassle-free building process. Whether you're a newbie, a solo player, or a trio, there's sure to be at least a few bases that are perfect for you. I'll be showcasing each base in today's video, followed by a step-by-step guide on how to build it. Creating 5 base designs in one video is a daunting task that takes a lot of time. So if you'd like to see more of this type of content on my channel, be sure to give this video a like. Your feedback lets me know that you enjoy this format and encourages me to create more. Let's start with the smallest base and compare it to a standard 2x1 base. The resource difference between them is just 1000 stone. You're right, my version is a bit more expensive, but in my version you'll have an unlootable TC and a double airlock to prevent going deep. My version also has much more storage space. Here's a comparison. On the left is what I fit into my base, and on the right is the maximum that fits into a regular 2x1. I think you can see the difference. I'm really excited to show you the inside. As I mentioned earlier, we have 2 doors at the entrance that prevent going deep if you get killed in open doors. Next, you see a very important room. It houses 3 furnaces, a repair bench, and 2 sleeping bags. If you open the double door, it will also create an airlock. There is a large box, a small box, and a passage to the main loot room, where there are 4 more large boxes, electric furnaces, and a small battery. This is in case you want to get into electricity. There is also an unlootable TC and its upkeep in front of you. If you find reinforced glass, you can install it to further protect the TC. This was the first base, and now I'll show you how to build it. I'll start by laying out the base footprint, but you can start construction with just 1 triangle and 1 square. I've marked the location of the TC with sheet metal. As you can see, we have 2 triangular foundations placed side by side in only one spot. The TC will be on one side and the airlock will be on the other. I'll upgrade everything to stone, and I'll only upgrade important areas to sheet metal. Before installing the TC, pay attention to how I do it, as it's crucial to place the TC in the triangular gap for the hatch at this stage. If you don't do this, you won't be able to create a spacious loot room like mine. I'll show you the initial layout now. You probably won't have a level 2 workbench at this stage. Your loot room will look like this until then. Everything is easily lootable and accessible. The only drawback at this stage might be the single door leading to the TC. If you're low on resources, you can add another door, and if you have the resources, you can complete the entire base. When installing doors here, place them so they open towards each other. If you have trouble placing furniture in this base, just watch how I do it. I don't use admin fly, and I do everything as if I were a regular player. So if I can do it, you can too. You can remove the sleeping bag from our main loot room and place a large box instead, and a small box fits perfectly here. This is how it all looks if you're still at the level 1 workbench stage. However, if you've already saved up for a level 2 workbench, you'll need to rearrange some things here. We'll install a triangular ceiling on the TC and upgrade it to sheet metal. We'll place 2 large boxes on it and 2 electric furnaces in the empty space. If you're not into electricity, you can put small boxes there instead. Now we've completely finished this loot room. Once you have the resources, you can add another double door in the center here, but make sure it opens towards the base exit. Get ready for 4 more unique and amazing bases. And for those of you who want something extra special, I've created an incredibly powerful private base, the 9th in my series, on my Patreon to give you a strong start on the next fresh wipe. It has everything you need to survive and thrive: a stair bunker, tons of loot storage, a hidden TC using new techniques, a mini 2-plot farm, and the ability to control the recycler. I love this base design, and I know you will love it too. For just $7.50, you get access to this base and all the other exclusive content I publish on Patreon. That's at least 9 private bases for every playstyle. The Patreon link is in the description below. Subscribe now, you won't regret it. The next base is perfect for those who love to surprise their enemies. It can accommodate 2 players, and the raid cost is equivalent to a bunker. Whether you upgrade it to sheet metal, stone, or HQM depends on your progress. This base is completely raid-proof through the doors. From the outside, it looks like a very small base with a bunker bunker, and the cost is very close to the previous option, just 6,500 stone. Let me show you the inside. Of course, I've also added an airlock here, so you can't just be deep raided. The base only looks very small at first glance. In reality, I've managed to fit a lot of things into it. In our main room, we have 3 furnaces, a sleeping bag, and a loot room with 3 large boxes. For now, you can't go anywhere else from here. But if you want to surprise your friend, you can put 2 small boxes here instead. But I don't think anyone is really interested in that anymore. I think everyone is more interested in how the bunker works in this base. So we'll remove everything that's in the way and replace the door with a transparent one so you can see everything. If we put a triangular roof in this place, the bunker opens up, and this is where the main loot room is in this base. The workbench and TC are also located here. The upkeep is right in front of you. Anyone can build this. There's nothing complicated about building the bunker at all. And you can close this bunker before you leave the base, because the cost of opening and closing the bunker is very cheap. And you can upgrade it with any material you want. Sheet metal, stone, HQM, it doesn't matter. The bunker will work anyway. I really like this base, but there's something else I forgot to tell you. Remember I told you that the first doors create an airlock? But if your first door is broken, you'll lose that airlock. If that happens, you just need to open the double door. It will be the same. Building this base is not quite ordinary. First, we lay down 3 triangular foundations, which I'll immediately upgrade to stone. But if you have the resources, know that everything here can be upgraded to HQM. I recommend placing the TC first and installing a code lock on it, because next we need to build a bunker. We need to put down 2 triangular foundations, and on the second one place 2 half walls and a ceiling. Then we make a jump and install an opening for a triangular hatch. Then we install a high stone foundation right in this opening. Next, you can put a double door opening and put a door. This will be your starter base. If you know how to build, it can be done faster than I showed you. The main thing for me is that you understand everything. As a result, you will have a level 1 workbench, a large box, and 2 sleeping bags here. Once you gather the resources, you can continue building the base. The hardest part is already done, which is the bunker. It's hard to make a mistake from here on out. In the only free triangle here, you will have 3 furnaces. And if you open the double doors, you will have a starter shooting position. But I wouldn't recommend staying at this stage because there's nowhere to put resources yet. So we remove the double door and install half walls along the perimeter of the second floor. Then we put ceilings everywhere and upgrade. You can fit 3 large boxes here. However, if you have the new barrels from the DLC, you can even fit 5. Thank you very much for watching, liking, and commenting on my videos. It is very important to me. Also, if you want to show me your base design, join my Discord. I'll be happy to look at your creation and maybe even make a video about it. I love cozy bases that aren't too big, but I think you already know that. I also want to express my special gratitude to my paid subscribers on Patreon. Thanks to you, I can continue doing what I do. Thank you. Also, don't forget that I'll show you the airlock at the end. It needs to be built. The doors here should also open towards each other. If you're not playing this base alone, you can put the second sleeping bag here. And this bunker can be closed at any time, even now. It always opens the same way. Remove the 3 furnaces and install a triangular roof. I removed the door so you can see. So while you're just playing and there's no reason to worry, you can leave the bunker open. But as soon as you start getting camped or top tier players start running around the base, you can immediately build up. Note that this high stone foundation can be hollowed out. It's a weak spot. Of course, the workbench is in the bunker and they won't be able to reload their drill, but I strongly recommend spending just 13 HQM and securing yourself. Next up is a base that can comfortably accommodate 3 players. Despite its compact size, this base offers a surprisingly cozy living space. I've incorporated my signature anti-raid loot room with an unlootable TC, as well as my trademark shooting floor with a 360-degree view. Let's take a base tour. Like my other bases, this one features anti-deep doors. With all doors closed, you're completely secure from intruders. Behind the double doors lies the main area of the base. I've left ample space for additional doors, but I'm keeping them open for a clear view. In the far corner, you'll find the unlootable TC with its upkeep conveniently accessible. The base is equipped with multiple large boxes, 3 furnaces, a level 2 workbench, and 3 sleeping bags. A quick jump upwards leads to the fully furnished shooting floor. From this vantage point, you can defend from all directions. I've also included a repair bench for quick weapon maintenance. The shooting floor offers unrestricted firing angles. As your progress allows, you can upgrade to a level 2 workbench and venture into the world of electricity. 3 electrical furnaces are strategically positioned in the center, ready for your power needs. Just like the previous 2 bases, this one can be expanded with additional walls if necessary. Let's embark on the construction of this base. We begin by laying down a triangular foundation. On any side, we create an opening for a double door and enclose the entire structure with walls. This will serve as your initial base where you'll commence your survival journey. However, the TC placement here mirrors the method we employed in the very first base. This ensures that the TC becomes unlootable later on. For now, this isn't a pressing concern, so we'll simply construct a loot room with 2 large boxes. Since ample space remains, feel free to arrange the layout as you see fit. Once resources are available, open the doors and proceed with base expansion. The crucial aspect at this stage is to avoid any missteps. In essence, we're simply expanding our initial footprint. To avoid confusion, here's our TC. The base entrance will be located on the opposite side. Ensure the second door is placed on the right side, not the left. Mirror my placement. If positioned differently, the entire base will be exposed when the doors are open. My approach eliminates this issue. Exercise caution on this side, as mistakes can occur. While the initial steps are straightforward, involving simple wall and triangular ceiling placements in the center, it's crucial to position the double door opening precisely on this ceiling. Failure to do so will hinder roof construction, causing it to collapse. At this stage, your base should resemble this. Nothing too complex yet. The future rooftop exit can serve as a temporary shooting position. Anyone attempting to scale your roof will likely encounter resistance. Now, let me demonstrate the placement of various elements. If you follow my instructions, you'll have ample space as well. Relocate the double door slightly closer to the exit. At this point, let's finalize our loot room. Note that I'm upgrading this ceiling to sheet metal, ensuring the TC's unlootability. To the left of this loot room, we'll install a workbench and place 3 sleeping bags. If you followed my steps precisely, there should be sufficient space for everything. As you can see, the arrangement allows for convenient access once everything is in place. With the lower level complete, let's ascend and construct the shooting floor. Maintain symmetry throughout the process, carefully mirroring my actions. Create 3 raised edges on each side, separated by half walls. Upgrade everything to stone. Next, install standard ceilings on each half wall and the rooftop exit. Position triangular hatch openings between them. Assuming you've followed the instructions correctly at the lower level, you can now install triangular roofs. These will form the pixel peak. If you encounter any difficulties constructing this base or any other bases for my channel, feel free to join my Discord. I or my team of assistants will be happy to assist you. The Discord link will be pinned in the comments. As observant viewers may have noticed, I've upgraded the triangular roof above our peaks to standard stone. Only standard stone features the necessary overhang. Essentially, the shooting floor is now complete. For a more visually appealing setup, refer back to my base tour. Now let's transition to the next base, as it offers plenty of intriguing features. Introducing the enhanced version of the previous base, boasting more doors, more crates, a more spacious shooting floor, multiple airlocks, and a vending machine for convenient item sales. This fully functional starter base is ideal for those crucial first days of survival. Let's embark on a guided tour of its interior. As with my previous bases, an airlock at the entrance ensures protection against going deep. Additionally, a vending machine provides a means to sell off unwanted items. Rest assured, even with open doors, the vending machine remains unlootable. The next door further reinforces the airlock, minimizing the chances of a successful deep raid. This area houses a research table, a resource drop-off crate, and 3 furnaces. Opening the double door further hinders unauthorized entry or exit. Venturing deeper into the base, you'll discover 2 beds. While not essential, they provide a convenient resting spot once you acquire them. I've meticulously designed this base for maximum comfort and functionality. In case of a door raid, you can counterattack from this position with clear line of sight. The second floor serves as your dedicated shooting floor. Strategically, placing this base near a road can yield a bountiful harvest of resources. Storage is no issue, as this base boasts 16 large crates, making it a perfect haven for those initial survival days. Similar to the previous bases, this one too allows for additional wall extensions to the TC. Construction costs for this fully realized base amount to approximately 13,500 stone. While more expensive than its predecessors, its superior features are undeniable. The upkeep cost for the main TC is comparable to that of other bases. Now that you've had a comprehensive overview, let's delve into the construction process. For your convenience, I'll provide the complete base footprint up front. The foundation consists of a triangle followed by square foundations. One square foundation is upgraded to sheet metal, where the TC will be installed. Construction begins with a single square. You can run at your desired location and immediately construct this square. I rarely showcase multiple layout options in my videos, but I'll make an exception for this one. This layout is designed for duo players. It features 2 crates and 2 sleeping bags. For solo players, this area will accommodate 2 furnaces, a level 1 workbench, 1 crate, and 1 sleeping bag. Notice how the sleeping bag doesn't protrude beyond the double doors. From a player's perspective, the layout is both lootable and user-friendly. As resources become available, you can expand the base. Prepare 2 double doors beforehand. I recommend following my construction sequence, as I've carefully planned each step and present you with the final assembly. Adjacent to the square with our TC, we'll create a loot room with 4 large boxes. If you possess barrels from the DLC, you know what to do. I recommend enclosing this loot room with a window opening, as upgrading to a level 2 workbench will allow you to further protect this area with 3 more rockets. Now let's address a potential mistake. Remember the shooting position I built for the first doors? We'll recreate it, but with proper execution. As you can see, the current setup seems straightforward, right? You can immediately upgrade everything to stone. The challenge lies in installing this double door opening. Position it precisely on the ceiling and install the double door. This will seal off the exit, which we don't need yet. Now you have a fully functional shooting position for the entrance doors. If someone tries to ambush you, you can deal with them from here. From the outside, your base should now resemble this. As resources become available, we'll continue constructing the base. The construction process is underway, and the number of doors leading to the TC remains the same. Let's address this now. I strategically placed the single opening on the left for the future vending machine. Install all doors so that they open towards each other. If you don't have a vending machine at this stage, replace it with a regular door. Once you acquire the vending machine, remove the door and install it. We've now completed the first floor of this base. It's time to construct the most formidable aspect of this base, the shooting floor. To access the roof, remove this door. Follow my construction steps in the video. I've placed half walls along the perimeter of the triangular ceilings. Next, I'm creating the framework for future loot rooms in the center. Immediately place large crates within these spaces. Position the crates precisely as I demonstrate in the video to prevent them from being accessed through the peaks. Notice the empty spaces. We'll install low walls in those areas. Next, we'll install 3 square openings and a triangular one in the center. Now, it's time to top off the triangular ceilings with triangular roofs. Repeat this process on all 3 sides. Once all roofs are upgraded, you've conquered the most challenging part. The remaining task is to fill the empty spaces with square roofs. I recommend upgrading these roofs to regular stone for the overhang. For enhanced shooting convenience, you can either install a ramp or position a campfire. The choice is yours. I personally prefer the campfire. With this final step, your base is now complete. Introducing my personal favorite base, boasting a 360-degree shooting floor, a hidden loot room for stashing resources and constructing a bunker when needed, and a clever cheater peak. At first glance, this base appears to be a standard 2x2 structure. It features an airlock as the primary entrance, ensuring complete control over any intruding enemies. This shooting position, a design I've honed over time, offers a clear view of your target while remaining concealed from their perspective. Observe how I've positioned an assistant in my place. Their head is entirely visible, allowing you to take them down without obstruction. The concept is simple. You see the enemy while they remain unaware of your presence. This square area serves as a dedicated shooting chamber. The glass window provides a vantage point for both trading and surveillance. Above this area, crates are conveniently positioned for quick resource drop. The shooting floor extends in all directions, ensuring comprehensive defense. Strategically placing this base near a tier 1 rad town will maximize resource gathering. Shooting positions are abundant, even behind this door, where additional crates are located on the right. From this position, you can also control the main entrance doors. In case these doors are breached, you can even engage in firefights from this location. A spiral staircase provides easy access to the roof, allowing you to adjust your vantage point effortlessly. An attic space offers an additional layer of security. In case of an imminent raid, you can stash half your resources here and transform this area into a bunker. 2 drop boxes can be installed if necessary. Descending to the first floor, we encounter the 2x2 foundation, providing ample space for more boxes. Unfortunately, a bot currently obstructs my view, requiring its elimination. And here's the cheater peak I mentioned earlier. Beneath it lie 2 more large crates and a repair bench. As you've noticed, much like the previous base, this one boasts an abundance of large crates. The TC is situated at the end of this compact layout, with its upkeep readily accessible. This concludes the tour of my formidable base. Now let's delve into the construction process. While the base's foundation appears to be a simple 2x2 structure with an airlock, the initial impression is deceiving. The construction process for this base is not particularly straightforward. The construction begins conventionally with a single square foundation, but subsequent steps introduce complexities. Position the TC on the same side as I did to maximize crate space. This area will accommodate 2 large crates and 2 sleeping bags. I'm aware of my attentive viewers, and I believe you've noticed a rookie error I committed. I neglected to upgrade the double door frame. This is the base's exterior appearance. Now, we'll tackle the most perplexing aspect of this base's construction. Due to the immediate need for a second floor exit, the conventional step-by-step construction approach is disrupted. If you're watching this video on the day of its release, feel free to share your thoughts on the base's step-by-step construction in the comments section. The video is released in the morning, and I won't be able to play until the evening. Therefore, any suggestions you may have on the construction process would be greatly appreciated. The key is to avoid any protruding elements, which I could have handled myself. If you're short on furnaces, you can access the second floor using the twig ladder I placed below. The single furnace can already be utilized for a functional shooting position. As resources become available, we'll immediately expand the shooting floor. The process is similar. Place 2 half walls followed by low walls and top it off with a sheet metal ceiling. Create a solo door exit. Once you have an extra furnace, install it here to enable the shooting position. This marks the completion of the base's 3rd stage. This is how it should appear from the outside at this point. Now, we'll embark on the construction of our cheetah peak. It's crucial to follow the correct sequence. First, place the ramp, then upgrade it, and finally install the double door frame on the right. Now, you can effortlessly install the glass window from below. This is the proper order. For instance, if you install the glass window first, you won't be able to place the ramp. Position the solo door opening on the left so that you can view it through the 2nd floor pixel peak. Similar to other bases in this video, additional walls can be extended for this base as well. Another loot room for fast resource drops should be situated directly above this cheetah peak. If you intend to store valuable items there, upgrade the ceiling to sheet metal to prevent it from being breached from below. On this side, we'll create a similar shooting position using 2 half walls and 2 low walls. Note that instead of a ceiling, I put this a square hatch. Once all upgrades are complete, remove the double door and install the spiral staircase in this manner. You can now comfortably observe your base's main entrance doors. The final step is to place square roofs along the entire base's perimeter. The placement is a bit tricky, but I'm confident you'll manage. If you intend to fully utilize the bunker in this base, it's advisable to upgrade the roofs to sheet metal. As you can see, everyone can utilize the space comfortably. The only exception is that I used a DLC skin for the top roofs. It's preferable to construct them from regular stone without a skin to create an overhang. For better cheater peak utilization, upgrade the ramp to sheet metal on the 1st floor. Now that I've seemingly shown and explained everything, there's one final aspect of this base that deserves your attention. This is the loot room located at the very top. To ensure success, follow the same sequence as I do. Once everything is in place, double check that the walls are aligned and the drop box is installed. This is crucial. On a creative server, I can always redo things if they don't go as planned. However, in survival mode, you may not have a second chance. I managed to fit everything in tightly. Despite its somewhat inconvenient step-by-step construction, this base is my personal favorite. And that concludes the 5th base for today. Thank you for watching the entire video. I would like to extend my special gratitude to all my paid subscribers on Patreon. Because of you, I can continue doing what I do. Thank you for liking, commenting, and watching my videos. Don't forget to check out my other bases, and I'm off to brainstorm ideas for a new one.